talking to myself here. I've got a bike packing trip coming up, and I'm trying to think about the GoPro. I didn't see that gal in the red car in time. She saw me first. I don't pay a lot of attention, so I've got good traffic instincts, but a lot of times I'd rather just be thinking about other shit. See, I'm doing like a 4 or 5 day bike packing trip, and I'm bringing the GoPro, and then of course, you know, when are you gonna film? How much are you gonna film? I think I have enough power to do more than enough filming. So it's going to be the memory card. I actually think I want to film most of the ride the first day. Bottom bracket's creaking after I just cranked up the hill. That's normal, actually, on all 3 of my bikes. You know what? This one's got a different bottom bracket, though. So I suppose it should be less likely to happen on this one. pretty easy to get by me, this bike. It's very skinny. It's like the narrowest bars I could find. I'm not too big across the shoulders either. It's always a car at the wrong time for this. So I think what I'll do the first day of that trip is I'll run an extra 64 gig card. And I'm going to film everything at 2.7K 30, and gives me like 3.8 hours on per 64 gig. And I'll have two 256s and a 64 in the backpack. Everybody's still selling eggs for $5, including us out here. But I've heard some people are charging 10, like YouTubers and shit that we've looked up for advice on stuff. Maybe when the next school year starts up, we'll have her charge 7 or something and do 10 next year. Most of our customers are school district employees or parents. We're trying to make $1,500 a year on eggs just for the agriculture property tax shit. We're pretty close to getting the mortgage payment down because the PMI is coming off in a year or two. That'd be nice. It takes 3 years of making $1,500 a year to get the ag discount. How you doing? I think I'll be walking with you here. Sure is. Yeah? You get that bike out yet?
No.
Just put in the living room that way you can look at it. Yeah. Too good of an idea. I'm pretty good at ignoring bikes when I leave them in the hallway, so I see them. Like the old mountain bike that I'm going to use for bike packing. I used to ride it to get the mail every day and shit. Zip around the house a couple times. But now that I got it all set up, I just ignore it. This is the hill that keeps giving. I'm gonna go right and go by the airport again. Hopefully we know where to turn this time. Want to carry some speed, but oh boy. At least that coaster brake in the corner is fucking sketchy. I don't remember that when I was a kid at all. I don't know, it's different. Was I always on bikes with more bottom bracket clearance or something? This is the brake I get right here between hills. I should probably not use the coaster brake in corners, but it's so tempting to get my hands free of the break up here. If I got an emergency stop situation while I was in that, I don't even know. Good morning. Hello. Huh. Getting some chafing from the seat tube bolt. My inner thigh. Had my shorts rolled up a one cuff or whatever, and now it's getting my leg. It's chrome bladed too. I really don't want to grind on it, but I'm gonna have to. And it'll rust. Really don't like being over here. Oh yeah, this is garbage. Interesting concrete roadway here on a back road for us. I had a guy flip out on me for being on the concrete road surface here the other day. Fortunately, the GoPro was dead. It wasn't much of a thing. He just honked at me for like 4 seconds. And I thought about killing him for the next hour. See also Flagger story. Thank you. Oh boy. Whew. That was fun. Hope I didn't slice that front tire. Thank you. I tried to get around that little rectangular hole they cut. Figured I'd get back up on the road and hit the concrete lip there. I wasn't trying to bunny hop. I didn't see there was an issue. I did get light on the front end, but I didn't pick it up. Morning. These fixation tires take a lot more shit than my Specialized Tri-Sports. The big red bike has Schwalbe white walls on it that, I don't know, they're probably in the middle. They have a lower pressure rating for some reason, I think, but they have more tread than the, like more thickness going on there than the Tri-Sports. I think these fixation tires are pretty fucking great. I don't know if they make them in 27 inch or not. This bike has 700 C's on it. Also has fucking Prestatubes, so it's the only road bike I have that has Prestatubes, which pisses me off. I only keep the smaller tube. I figure it'll work in the back if I need it. Back tires, I don't know, 35, 38, whatever the chunky one is, barely fits. What's going on here? I think they had the new kid counting rocks or something. I don't know what we're doing with this. You know, I was over here the other day and there wasn't any fucking construction. Reminds me of falling down. The road was fine yesterday. But anyway, the airport road, I don't know about that. Howdy. Thank you. Appreciate it. So she must not have seen me and her boss must say about the bike. I feel like I heard something like that. Bump. I think we're getting in the rocks here. No, we're slowing down too. I'm afraid to grab on this thing. I just found that a lot of times it's not a nice road when I tear it up. No idea what this gear is going to be like on this hill. I really don't. Also not trying to kill myself at this point in the ride. Oh, come on, car. Yeah, I think we're to walk it. I think if I could do 2 minutes out of the saddle, I could do this. I'm more like tuned to 1 minute right now. See, you can't get back in the saddle before that inflection point there, or else you'll be toast. Probably walking a lot today. I'm planning on doing the Cushman Trail in its entirety, and it ain't easy even on a 10 speed, so some of the Cushman hills you can roll, especially the direction I'm going north. Oh, shade feels good. But you can't roll them all the way. You got to be able to carry yourself. And this should be a good gear for that. I guess the one I'd be worried about is the hill after Rosedale. It meanders at the bottom and then gets right into it. I feel like coming south, you're going 45 miles an hour to that fucker, so I've probably only ridden up on a mountain bike, to be honest. I've only gone that way on the road bikes when I was not feeling like doing Stinson. But I eventually learned it's more efficient to just do Stinson, because you only have one hill to climb instead of 4 or whatever. So going the other way through the harbor, I used to live on Peacock Hill, so I needed to get farther east than Cushman. Or I was headed to Port Orchard, which I would just take Burnham, which is the truck route I discussed in my Dana Drive video. Breeze is just ripping over the top of this hill right now. Wonder what's going to happen when we get in the tunnel. Yeah, breeze is gone. There's a breeze now, but it ain't the same one. I think the wind's going over the top of this tunnel. So who knows where. Oh yeah, breeze is back. So this side's more laminar flow. So that tunnel, the edge of that tunnel is probably turbulating a much thicker laminar layer that then spills over the backside and landed on me. That's why I felt so windy on the other side. Looking for any more edge of the road drama. It's such a wide shoulder here. It's tempting. Oh yeah. Sorry, buddy. As long as I don't look over my shoulder because I can hear what's going on, and I worry about electric cars, you know, if I don't, you know, if I wouldn't notice them. I had some sort of EV next to me the other day, and it was loud as all hell. You could tell. I don't know if it was a fake sound though, like what they put in there for pedestrians. It sounded like a spaceship. Yeah, the people make a big deal about EV tires. You know, there's this tire Nokia makes. They're a Finnish tire company called the N tire. Has amazing hydroplane resistance, low rolling resistance, like a 60,000 mile warranty or something. And they're cheap. Not that cheap, but reasonable. What are we doing? I can't help people. I'll have to talk about EVs in a minute. Literally a car behind me just sitting there. I have to get on the freeway now. Morons. Anyway, I'd be inclined to get an EV that had normal sized brakes on it, so I could get smaller wheels, which would increase your range and your acceleration and your braking. And then I would get these Nokian tires. And you sell the rims and tires for people that are so pissed about my expensive EV tires all the time, okay? Now you got better range and everything. Thank you. So he just let me cheat. That's fun. I think I would have rather him not, to be honest. Sending cars at me head on like that, I don't know. I mean, it worked out well and I'm grateful, but I don't think it's a policy I would have my guys doing if I was running a crew like that. What do they learn in flagging class? I doubt they go into the details like that. Imagine they tell them to treat us like cars. Anyway, then you'd have an EV that got better range, better acceleration, better braking. And you'd be able to just go down and get normal tires for it whenever you want. I normally gotta order Nokians anyway, but they're already stateside and shit. And you'd be doing fine in the rain that we get, like the shit rain. They would be louder. I know that's a big concern for people, but howdy. Alright. I'm gonna force myself to take a break. I don't want to. I like some shade, but I don't want to be in any glass. Yeah, I'm not going over there. Fuck it. This is gonna be a quick one. Boy, that sun's getting warm behind me. I'm just gonna try and gobble this and get out of here before I sweat like crazy. Also, you'd have to be easier to brake with smaller wheels and tires, and so you'd be putting even less demands on the braking system, which, you know, I said I'd buy the one with smaller brakes. I hear the brakes just sit there and rest anyway in those cars as the Regent braking's so good. Nokian also makes SUV tires directed to the American market with good wet performance. And I think that if you had like a F-150 Lightning, you could do the same strategy. Have normal low rolling resistance tires. Hopefully Ford already did something like that. I don't know. I remember seeing them with big wheels, I think. Pretty stupid trend for a plain old truck, you know. Every inch of the car is designed with efficiency until you get to the fucking wheels. Hello. How much trying to get people to wave at me? I'm so fucking antisocial, even me, but still wave. Hello. Nope. Full disclaimer, I look like Grizzly Adams right now. I haven't gotten a haircut in 6 months. Hello. Got this guy. Cool wave. I don't wear cyclist clothing really. I mean, I do, but not, I don't look like a cyclist, so. It's gone. So other cyclists think I'm just like these people kind of thing. On your left. The consequence being some serious cyclists don't wave at me like I'm not serious enough to get waved at. I think it's funny. Nice guy. The freeway's noisy in the video, just know it's also noisy in real life. Hello. Everybody has their headphones on too. I can't ride with headphones, man. I don't know how people do it. Maybe it's that I wear glasses and so I want to hear on the peripheral instead of see it. It's tough to look over my shoulder enough sometimes, you know. So I keep an eye out for guys coming towards me. To be honest, whenever I get past by a guy like that, I expect him to just blow by me like I'm standing still or something. It's always surprising when I hang with him for so long. Oh, there we go. Oh boy. Trying to look at its frame, it doesn't look carbon. He has some behind him, so he's pushing. It's funny. Just trying to stay in my gear here. Okay, wave. He's probably trying to pretend he's nice in front of his girlfriend. Sucker. Which if he sees me, he needs to start running again. I think he just looked. It's hard to lose me up and downs. Speed limit is or whatever. I mean, there really should be one for us. Give one of these old ladies a heart attack, you know. Now we're on the flats. This is where he has a chance to lose me if he wants to. I always just cruise on the flats. Uphill and downhill is all a momentum game, but kind of like fighting the wind. He'll lose me after Rosedale for sure. That's what he's doing. Old Town Bike to our left. go in there too often because new mountain bike just doesn't really have issues, you know, and then I allow them to come up, I can fix myself. Although the hydraulic brakes have just been a dream so far. I'll probably, I don't know. I have a bleed kit, you know, but the first sign of trouble, I'm bringing that fucker to them. Or convert it to cable. Because the nature of the riding I do, that's wise anyway, to be able to fix it in the field. You know, you can take off the back cable and use it for the front cable. If something breaks or whatever, you got options out there. Turning the odds. That's what I thought, buddy. Body language and blinker language didn't agree. I think you get that intuition from driving, honestly. I mean, I don't know how a kid would get it riding. I don't know, man. I guess like Cooper Ray has all the instincts. All mine came from driving, so I guess that it's just hard for me to relate to another person's experience. No sign of that guy trying to get away from me, huh? I guess he succeeded. Find out in a minute. Huh. Hello. This hill's a bitch. We used to run up it and turn right here. Howdy. This is the one that sucks to ride up when you're better off on Stinson. Ooh. I don't remember that. Howdy. I don't see him over there. I suspect he went a different way. Or he really bombed down there to get away from me. Hard to imagine. He wasn't pushing before he saw me, you know? Oh, man. I feel much more comfortable on the road. Thank you. You know, crosswalks and making people wait for me. I fucking hate that. It'll be interesting to see how self-driving cars deal with shit like that. If they should put RoboCop's voice in the grill and they could tell us cross or something. It's not the one you are worried about. It's the one you forgot about, right? It said 600 feet. This ain't no 600 feet. Yeah, let's see, there it is. I knew it. I can't tell if that's him there or someone else. That guy should definitely be able to outclimb me. Oh man, the air is just stagnant and it's getting warm here. Fuck. Smell of fucking weeds in there. My advice to anyone is to avoid this stretch of the trail. Just getting my head checked. I think I'm just gonna bail, dude. See if I can just walk a little bit briskly so I get some airflow. I notice I walk up steep hills at about 2.5 to 3.5, and I tend to ride up them between 3.5 to 4.5, unless they're super steep. With a single speed, I can't ride that slow, I don't think. This thing has the stem that used to be on the red bike when I shortened it again, the reach. It fits pretty good though, I think. For hand-me-down, I like it. The air bike's 2 inches longer. Even with the shorter stem, it probably still has an inch more reach. Bars are comparable now. Trying to think when I should take another break. Hello. Howdy.
Hey, how you doing?
Oh, good.
You need more gears.
I know I do. I can ride from here, but heart rate's going down a tad, I think. I'm supposed to take a break now. Make myself eat again. You know, the funny thing is, you could say that about me when I'm on a 10 speed too, man. These guys will be in a lower gear than my bike even has, and they have 4 more left. I'm a little jealous, but not enough to customize my shit. I think the one that has fenders would be a good candidate for spreading the frame out a bit. Putting a modern 8-speed on the back. Yeah, I talked about that last time. That'd be the only bike I want to have a 2x on. Probably keep the red bike stock for now, but I would like to have the red bike be a little more sporty. I don't know what that looks like today, but it's tough to say, you know. If I won the lottery, I'd probably keep it stock and buy a custom bike. Probably make the red bike more period correct so I can do those races, vintage races with it. But as far as wanting to throw a couple bucks at a bike every year, it might be fun to make it a 1x8. Probably still increase the overall range over what it's got. I would just die for a 1x8 with wireless shifting. I know that Shimano has like a closed ecosystem, or SRAM, whoever it is, even though Shimano just bought SRAM, which is hopefully not going to be a disaster. If I was making a wireless shifting system, I'd probably have a drop down in the phone app where you could just tell it what you got on the back, and what size is your chain, what you got on the back, whatever, and fucking good to go. If it's closed, it probably only works for 10 speeds, or only works for this or that. I don't know. Never had one. I'm not afraid of charging a battery on a derailleur. I'd like to see wireless brakes. It's funny because Shimano patented an electronic brake that has a battery in it, and when you use the lever, it uses like an electric over hydraulic system to apply the hydraulic brakes. I'm like, why not make the whole brake system fucking wireless? You know, you're putting the risk of the fly-by-wire shit in there without any of the reward. Put the motor in the fucking caliper and call it a day. You have the front be normal, I guess, if you wanted to, and just have the back be wireless. I don't know. Hello. It's going. I'm gonna try and chew for a minute longer than last time. I didn't refill my Camelback from last time. I had finished exactly half of it, and I was like, well, you know what? This ride's about the same. This is actually about 4 miles longer than the one I did 2 days ago. But I left earlier. It's cooler. So I was gambling to be just right amount of water. It's humid today, very humid, and it's gonna get hot, and then we're gonna have overcast show up. It's already kind of. Grade for 900 feet on, in a sense, it's a road, so you don't want to get out of control here. This is the kind of hill the coaster bikes can't take because it goes on forever. I don't know what these pads are on the front. They seem decent. They're generic though. I really prefer the longer cool stops. But I think I was trying to stay stealthy here. I don't know. What I was thinking. Wow, Street of Dreams sure has come along. We used to refer to this place as that one place that Tristan broke the mirror off the Geo that one time. That was the official designation. Anyway, let's see. I've never been to the new section. Trail crossing. I just assume wait for everybody. Now what? I don't fucking know. I think we go right at this roundabout, and then there's the trailhead on the left. See how I fell for them shepherding me into that funnel of a sidewalk? Really stupid. Oh, fuck. This doesn't make any sense. Is that it? God damn it. Oh, maybe when I looked at this, they were building this pond still or something. I looked on Google Maps. This is completely retarded. I don't want to be here, but there's no people right now, so. Pedestrian use plans are the fucking worst. There it is. Yeah, you could see that if you're on the road, you wouldn't have a problem. Oh. Now I imagine this being like a rail grade up to the North Trailhead. It's going. Huh, yeah, gravy. I want to make a left on Borgen. It's going to be fucked up. I thought about going up to the Home Depot road and then turning around and acting like you're pulling out of Home Depot. I don't know. All this is new to me, man. This wasn't here when I lived up on the hill. Kind of glad I wasn't here to watch it happen. Used to run through these woods. Could run down the hill out of my neighborhood. And then through the Metagenics parking lot, I hooked up with this city trail they had. It appears to only exist in pieces now. Hello.
Hi.
I always rely on the old ladies, huh? Anyway, so there's this pretty nice trail through the woods. You run through that and it would dump you out like kind of near Costco, and then you could hook up with another unofficial trail, parallel Borgen all the way back to Peacock. Most of that's gone. It's all just cookie cutter houses. I don't know, man. I'm pretty anti-development. Just, it always makes me sick to see it. That's the only reason why. Hello. Up on the top of the hill there was a wetland that wasn't on any of the maps. They just plowed through that fucker, light on their checklist. Hello. You can tell this side of town's where the younger people live, apparently. Used to be pretty well mixed. But the development up here is, I don't know, the only place you could actually afford a house, I guess. Let's go, man. Pretty good. Fucking stupid. Do not like. Do not like this. Yeah, see. Way it goes, man. This guy wants to go right, he can fit. He can honk too, I guess, if he wants to. Let's turn. There we go. And I actually need to be in that lane too. It's tough to be aggressive down here. white car do it. I got it. Oh yeah? All comes back to you. I was probably in the wrong lane when she was looking, but that's all right. You have a serious enough look on your face. You can pull it off. Whew. Yeah, it feels much better to be on this side, man. 10 degrees colder too. Yeah, the secret on a bike and that big roundabout is to just be going fucking fast, dude. It really helps. So you can fit between people. And it made her hesitate and give me an extra, you know, 4 feet. I mean, you got the momentum anyway. You were going down the hill in that case. You don't really get in a position where you're going up the hill there anymore unless you're coming this exact opposite direction. In which case you could slip around the whole roundabout and then go up the tail end of Borgen, tail end of the trail there, and do what I just did or something, you know. But I have had good luck sitting in the right lane in the roundabout, and people are so sketched by the roundabout in general, they tend to kind of hesitate. Still, man, Borgen's so busy nowadays. I wonder on the GoPro how you can tell, you know, her head was about here for me. How high up I am on this fucking thing. That roundabout used to basically only be one lane, and the way I used it really is the same way I used to use it, and so I probably shouldn't have chickened out and should have stayed in that left lane. It would have been a lot easier for me. Just have the right of way, you know. Because that gal, she's probably trying to get on the freeway going east, and so what she's doing, she's looking at that. The right lane has to exit before her, and she knows that because she does this every day. And so she's looking at that center lane, and there's nobody. And I took it right before her without signaling. And people, when they make a decision to go, they usually kind of stick with it, even to a fault, you know. But I knew I had room, and if she was going downtown, she would have cut more directly across me. But there's, I think that you can get onto the sidewalk in the middle of it there. I think it has a little OG curve. That's a bit of trivia. When you got one fillet going into another one, that's an OG curve. I can't remember though. I know I used to do it in the car. I could pass people in the roundabout in the car and the sidewalk, but I don't remember being a crazy kid. I don't remember if a bike can do that safely. I suppose I'll want to watch that section of the video and then I'll know. The only reason it's really worth discussing is just because if you're doing roundabouts every day, you want to be on point with what you're doing. You know, you want to be predictable. You want people to look at you and see like they know what you're doing, and that you know what you're doing. And when she looked at me, she saw that I knew what I was doing, which is why she gave me room and hesitated, but she didn't know what I was doing. I suppose there's an argument to be made because the law says stay as far as right as possible, whatever, as far to the right of the paved road surface as possible. Practicable, I'll just throw that one in there. So I could say I was doing that, but it doesn't help her know what I'm doing. I think that where she's pulling out of is probably the worst spot too, because you got cars coming down the hill non-stop that even if they don't hit the circle before you, they kind of have the right of way because they're flying, and that downhill really kind of commands the right of way. It's tough to engineer that out of it. And it's the same way the other direction with the freeway, not the freeway, but the overpass sort of has that. Even though it's funny because when you're coming over the overpass in a car, the people coming at you are usually people that just had to do what she did, and they're kind of committed. And if they're going downtown, they're usually quite aggressive. And I can't remember which way makes you hit on the brakes more in a car. Probably coming over the overpass. I think exiting the freeway is an awkward one because once you're going downtown, you're watching these overpass and people coming from Canada Drive have their little contest of who's got bigger balls. And you've got to decide when it's safe to go. But you do get a lot of breaks in traffic at that spot. It's probably the slowest spot at the roundabout. As a kid, we used to just call it the East-West Road because we didn't have a name yet, or we didn't know the name yet. And it was already paved, this section of it, but then they didn't like connect it on either end because they were going to build the roundabouts. And so we go race out there. Decent place for racing too, but not perfect.
And then once we use it for what?
Like if you had some problem with somebody, you'd be like, East-West Road right now. I always used to say, let's settle this on the street just because I can't fight, and that was funny. That might be a good one to look at and see if it connects up to the park. That doesn't look like it goes far enough. That dead end back there. I need to look at the map again. I haven't thought about it from this side. Always the other side where I used to run. Yeah, I wish the fucking city would just do that work for us. Oh, it's warm here again. Hopefully when we get over the hill, we'll have the breeze off the water. Feeling pretty good. I don't know if I want to waste it on this hill though. I really would like to ride up this thing on a single speed one of these days and see if it's possible. I don't think I've done it. Trying to ride twice a week this week. Not trying to kill myself. I'd like to do 3 times next week, but we're gonna have an inch of rain between Friday and Sunday night. And Monday's shaky. I'd really like to ride Monday, mow Tuesday, ride Wednesday, maybe test ride the bike pack rig Friday. If not, I'll do the other mountain bike maybe. I don't like doing road rides on Friday. I don't mind going to the park, but hard to ride 3 days a week when you don't want to use 3 of them. You want to take days off in the middle. I used to do Monday, Wednesday, Friday ride during COVID, but it was such a back road loop. It was so small. It was only 45 minutes, and I just did it, over and over and over. And it wasn't even busy on a Friday, so no big deal. I still went before the schools got out, if I could help it. I'm doing these bigger loops. I just don't want to do it on a Friday. Too many dipshits around. I gotta get moving. I need some air. All right. One more hill and we should be in that sea breeze. I can coast up it too. I think we've hit a steady configuration for the GoPro rig. Wow, something. I do think that my Quest bar only snack routine works during the off season, like when I'm just doing casual little rides, but I'm trying to increase the distance. I ordered some Cliff bars. I just think that during weeks when you're doing a lot of riding, I'll just have to do less of my keto diet. I'll still mainly be on the sedentary days, which also helps keep me from overeating. I used to gain a lot of weight during the cycling season just from eating in the off days, because I'd be so fucking hungry. Alternating hot and cold breezes depending on which way the gully is taking the air here. It's interesting. Right now it's really cold. A minute ago it was hot. Smells like low tide again. Still cool here. I also got some energy chews. I went with the honey stinger ones just because I could get them on the subscribe and save with a 15% discount. I just can't afford the shot blocks, and I like them too much. I eat them when I'm not supposed to eat them because they're so fucking good. I don't do gels. I don't like them for two reasons. One is I noticed that when I'm riding in the forest for hours, I attract a lot of bees when I've got gels sticking out the side of a backpack pocket, you know. And so shot blocks leave less of a residue. I still stick them in a Ziploc bag now. So I don't want gels, I want chews. Hello.
Hello.
This thing's pretty quiet. I'm actually amazed how loud a lot of the modern bikes are. I don't know if it's the hollow carbon tubes just resonating every sound they make or what it is. Silver cars are running. Kind of freaked me out, but I can't just pull out. I have to back up first. So. I remember this guy, seeing this guy back into this road here. Which road was that? Wasn't that one? Maybe. Oh yeah, it was that one, probably. It could also have been this one coming up here. I can't remember. Oh yeah, no, I was right. He's doing it right now. I just don't know if he also did it. It's one of these ones. This gear is just great. I'm really glad I didn't go down to a 22. It's got a 20 in the back. 22's on the wall at home, reminding me I'll have to change it if I don't lose weight. We're really growing into this thing now. If you put the lower one on, it makes it harder to roll some of these hills, and then you end up having to crank more of the hills. I doubt it would help enough on the super steep climbs to make or break you. I think that's more where you're at on the day and how you are in general. It's more about you. 2 teeth I don't think is going to save a hill climb. But I could fuck it up if you can't roll because you can't pedal that fast. I can keep going here right now because the skier right at the top end of the hill. Just in case there's someone behind me. Could use 2 more teeth here, I suppose. I should stop talking shit. Fuck. These unassuming little houses are worth a shitload now because of the property values. I doubt they were ever cheap, but most of them were built in the 70s and remodeled in the 90s, 2000s. I don't remember enough I don't remember it changing a lot though either. That's definitely a newer house though. 2000s probably. This guy's sitting behind me and there's this storm grate coming up. I like to be on the left side of it. I could ride to the right of that if I needed to, I think. I don't think it would bite me. I actually think that diesel was actually a farm truck and not just a douchebag. After the little valley here, it goes up the other side, there's a lot of farms. I mean, there's a lot of farms if you turn left on the valley too. Hello. Thanks. Boy, he panicked. He could have pretended I wasn't there and just cruised through that thing at 30 miles an hour. It's funny how you can kind of see where the tidal influence in that stream ends. It's done here. This is all stream now. A couple hundred feet back, it looked like it was more to do with the tides than what the stream's doing. Wow, I feel tapped out on this right here. I don't know if that's normal if I stand up here or not. I must for a minute. Fuck, I don't remember what I do. Feels like it all sucks. Muggy weather must have me tripping. Nice and slow. Backpack makes more noise than the bike. I feel like most of it's the hose arguing with the strap. That's a nice little break you get there, you get some air before you do this final climb up into where the valley opens up. be careful trimming that seat stay bolt down. It's really close to the seat stay. I probably misspoke. Seat post bolt is very close to the seat stay. And so when I get a 6-inch grinder, be careful. Difficult to hacksaw blade. I don't really want to take it off. I want to trim it in place, I think. Just so it's just right, and then loosen the nut a little bit to clean up the end of the bolt. Maybe take the nut off and a little sandpaper. I'm probably still going to touch it, I just want it to be less prominent. Also wider if it blends into the nut. And I could wrap it in black tape maybe, I guess, too. That's a good idea. It's got the little bracket for the blinky light there, and the seat post is black already, so. Woodpecker off to our left. I think the GoPro's on mono because of the wind mode. I think the wind mode with the little sticky dead cats on the camera all over the place works really well. I'm really glad I don't have to have a gimbal or an external mic or anything. It ain't perfect, you know, but chances are I'd have worse results with a mic, because I would probably do something wrong each time, or rubbing my clothes or something. Whew. Very warm here in the valley. Really muggy, oh my god. Whoa. Not fun. Almost home. I'll probably walk up that stupid hill before the corner again. Little hill is very challenging on this bike. It's challenging enough on the air bikes. Hello. You really have to sprint it on this one full on, because you can't crank up it. Like, it's just too steep to make the bike move at a low rate of speed when you're standing up with this gear and my weight. And so you gotta fucking sprint that bitch. Keep a little extra speed so you're slowing down the whole time. And I just don't have it in me to sprint at the end of my rides like that. That's all I can do to get up this hill on the next one usually. Really, I don't live at the top of this road up here on the right. Oh my god, are we gonna get this today? Keep going out of this hell. Just a little further. Oh yeah. feel like I'm getting tired of this whole back part of my loop. So I do it no matter what ride I do. Oh man. Helmet's still nice and loose. I mean, it's just about right. Not like when I rode last week without Noon in my water. I'm drinking more and more water since I hit rain ash, but I don't want to run out. I hate running out at all, ever. Really interesting to see how I do on the bike packing trip. I don't really want to stop and get water during my rides. I want to do it when I find a camp, and then I will unload the bike and then ride back to a stream I saw. That's what I would prefer to do. So I've got a 1.5 gallon collapsible water jug that can be bungee corded onto the back rack I built for the bike, and come back to camp, and then maybe do another trip to that water source in the morning. Do dishes. I don't know what the fuck. I run into dishes in the morning, I guess. I think there's only 2 nights of primitive dispersed camping. Probably maybe 3. With opportunity for a 4th night if I can't stay at a friend's house. There's a friend on the way back. I'm pretty sure she'd let me stay there, but the problem is when people are all nice and want you to use their guest room. Some people like keeping their guest rooms nice and clean, and then they're excited to have someone use the damn thing. And I'm not good at being that person that makes them wash the sheets, you know, like I don't want to impose that much. Last time I was there, we had our teardrop trailer, and I don't recall if they had a guest room or not. I don't know. But if they offered, I was able to successfully defend the offer easily because I had the teardrop. But the same place I parked the teardrop, I would love to camp there. They have a little parking spot that I used. That's what I was thinking. And now I'm afraid to make me use their guest room. We'll see how it goes. I haven't emailed her yet. I don't know what's going on behind me here. Oh, it's a Shelby Cobra. It sounds like a fucking motorcycle. What the fuck's going on? It's funny. I think he went to that gas station. He must be getting clear gas there. That gas station has a lot of marine business in the summer, so they have clear gas. I think they only have clear gas, I don't remember. I'm not sure about Island View Market. I know they have diesel. I think they have normal gas though. So it would be a lot to have diesel and pre-rates normal gas and clear gas for a little station like that. I don't know. My dad puts clear gas in all of his cars, even though even the ones that don't need it, because we had already fixed damage from ethanol in the past, and he wasn't aware it's caused it, didn't listen to me. I think the best practice is to upgrade your car to be compatible with ethanol. And there's no reason to fuss about it, especially if you're on a road trip in it. They got the old truck out, huh? Armada de Mexico. I do think old gas-powered farm trucks are the one thing for clear gas that makes a lot of sense to me. Because you're only burning 5 gallons a year or whatever, you know. Just moving wood around your lot or whatever. I find it hard to believe there's a lot of them left that haven't had their fuel pumps replaced though. Ethanol really snuck up on everybody. A lot of them had steel fuel lines too, with just rubber on some of the fittings. Usually just hose. And you go to Napa, buy a new hose, and it's ethanol resistant whether you think about it or not. It just is. Any rubber made after 91 in this country is ethanol resistant, I think. We switched from natural sources to, oh my god, it's pedal. I think I'm on it right. I was too, yeah, just fucked up. There we go. So the number of farm trucks that are still in service that burn gasoline and that haven't had their pumps and fittings replaced is probably a very, very small number of vehicles in service, remember, okay? It doesn't count the one that's been in the bushes behind your dad's house for 30 years. That shit's probably rotten anyway. You'll probably have to put a new fuel pump on it no matter what. I'm signing off. See you guys in the next one.